It's raining at my house. I gotta cover myself here. I'm gonna get under this. Getting a new roof on the house today, and oh man, they're just massive sheets of shingles coming flying down. Gotta watch my brain. Hey, it's raining. Raining front and back. I missed this one. Yikes. The one time when stepping out of my house wearing a helmet makes sense. Having roofing done today, and it's a step outside at your own peril because they're tossing all kinds of stuff off the roof. Got a whole crew of guys out here, like 10 guys I think, working this. They stripped off the roof starting about 6 this morning, and 6:30 I guess. They arrived at 6 and then they started tearing stuff up 6:30. But yeah, anyway, new roof day. They said they can get it all done in one day. I'm surprised. Figured it would be a couple day deal. One day for tear off and start up, and then the next day for finishing up. So, all my other bikes are trapped in there in the garage, but I rolled mine and Josh's out to the street earlier, luckily, because now I got to go to work. I'll take the SilverWing for the task. It's all dusty, dirty. It's been sitting on the patio for the last couple days, getting all water spotted and dirty. Oops, I guess I better put the phone up here. Alrighty then. I'll go to my warehouse and meet my buddy. He's got kind of a last minute emergency redo on a project that we started about a week ago. Home AV retrofit, and it's a fairly nice setup. They already had a Samsung Smart TV on their wall. It was a 85 inch or something like that, pretty big, and they had been using a Sonos system, and it was not working out for them. They already had 4 in-ceiling speakers, and had rear surround speakers and a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, long story short, they had 6 speakers, but their existing Sonos thing gave up, subwoofer gave up, all that. So anywho, we went and got them a Denon AVR, and I don't remember which model it is, but it's the 7.2, real fancy, and we hooked it up and toned out all their speakers and reran wires that we needed to a different side of the room and hooked it all up. And now they're telling us that they don't like surround sound. They just want it to be all stereo. Okay, well, we can do that. We're gonna add another speaker to the mix, add a sub today, and set it for all stereo mode instead of surround or DTS Neo or whatever. Just make sure that they understand the different listening modes. If you don't want surround, you can have them all blasting at the same time. Eeny, meeny, miny, hate these bushes. Hate them. Can't see anything until you're already sitting out here. On a bike, it's not so bad because you don't have the overhang issue. With a car, truck, you got to stick your whole nose out there in the intersection before you can see past these stupid bushes. And they're not even pretty. They're not well kept. They're just in the way. I've threatened so many times to just come out here in the middle of the night and chop those damn things down. Now watch, it'll happen and somebody will blame me. No, I haven't done it yet. I'm thinking about it. At dusk, you know, morning, early dawn hours or dusk, it's real sketchy because you can't see cars coming until it's too late, and people haul ass through this road, 55, 60 miles an hour. Speed limit's 35, but it doesn't mean anything. This is Houston. where speed limits and stop signs are totally optional. So the election is done. I wouldn't say everything is behind us, but at least the waiting and wondering is somewhat over. Still have the swing states playing their games in the background, trying to fudge the numbers instead of just counting it and reporting, you know, typical routine. And I don't care which way it goes, you know, blue or red or whatever flavor you care about, but the fact that the swing states always are embroiled in vote tampering and, you know, all kinds of conspiracy and everything else, and the fact that they don't publish their numbers for days or weeks later after the vote, yeah, it just lends credence to the fact that they're fucking around with the numbers in the background, trying to see how many extra absentee ballots they can insert, how many bushels of mail-in ballots they can process in the midnight hour with no oversight. That's not conspiracy theory, it's now fact. We've seen plenty of evidence of that over the last couple of elections. If they can cheat and get away with it, they will continue doing it. There's no real punishment for the crime, so there's no deterrent. I'm just ready for all the political posturing and the escalated national temperature to kind of calm down, you know. Let's get back to business, get the economy back on track, tackle this immigration issue that's woefully inadequate, whether it's the migrant situation or the allotments for people coming in legally, whatever, just, you know, fix it. But the southern border is obviously at the head of that. It's got to be resolved. You can't just have an open border. If you do, you don't have a country. There's no sovereignty. And that is basic government 101. What are you people doing? Pick a lane. Don't want to be behind your work trucks with open shit on your trailer. Man, the weather is fantastic. I didn't take my weather report before I left the house, but it's mid-70s today. Drying out. We had a wet few days here. Finally got a lot of rain. Just yesterday, I guess it was. Yeah, yesterday morning. Starting at about 5:30 in the morning, running through about maybe 8:30-ish. So about a 3-hour span. We got 3 inches of rain out here where I am, 2.5 to 3 inches. Just bam, all at once. And then it blew out and it was a sunny day for a few hours. And then in the afternoon it got cloudy and cold again, like we were going to get more rain, but nothing. It blew out again. Now, apparently Friday we've got another storm coming in, or at least on track to dump a little bit more water on us, but it looks like the weekend is going to be pretty nice. We'll find out. I was thinking maybe getting out for a moto camp this weekend, but I think that has to wait till next weekend. I've got too much work and stuff piled up right now. I need to get out though. Ugh, it's been too long. Counted up, it's been 5 months plus. Well, whenever I went up to Annapolis for the Life of Birch meetup, whenever that was, May, I guess, something like that. I can't remember. That's the last road trip I've taken, as far as I can remember. That is a long time for me. Anything more than about 6 weeks, that's past my normal schedule for at least a minor little vacation, you know, a 3-day weekend, something. Get out on a Friday, come back late Sunday. Might take this big old girl out for a moto camp. That'll be fun. Go up to Lake Somerville or I don't know. I'll find something a couple hours from here. I still need to rebalance this front tire though. I'm still getting a lot of hopping out of it. I never did pull it off there before that road trip I was planning to take, so I need to rebalance it. lot of traffic for Beltway 8. Timing. I still find it hilarious riding this thing again after so many years that I can get my feet down to the ground easier on this than I can the little C3 scooter. The C3, little 50cc, is so wide and boxy, I can't get my feet down as easily as I can on this. I don't even know what that C3 weighs. It's 170 pounds or something like that. This is 520. Huge weight difference, but this is lower and slimmer at the front of the seat. Crazy. I'm trying to think. I never rode this after I got the C3 when I first got it, because I had already parked this thing, I'm pretty sure. I have to look at the dates. I don't recall having this thing on the road after I purchased the C3. Car. Okay, I've arrived. My buddy's here waiting on me, so I will get out to work, knock this out, and hopefully come back before the lunch rush, or before the end of the day rush. We'll see. All right, welcome back. We are headed home. It's 4:09, right at the beginning of rush hour, and man, is I-10 already clogged up. Woo! Took us forever just to get from the Heights area over to here. So I'm going to be having fun. Oops! Oh, side scan. Forgetting how to ride my own bike. Yeah. So back to Katy we go. Try to avoid as much of the rush hour as possible. See where the roofers are and their progress on the house. They said they think they can finish it all in one day, which I find surprising, but okay. Oh, missed it just by a couple seconds. That sign is just in the wrong spot. Man, it feels good out here. This little house always looks like it's abandoned, but the yard is always cut. The house itself is falling apart. The eaves are falling apart. The roof is pretty much ready to cave in, it looks like. But it's not abandoned. I don't get it. This is such an expensive neighborhood over here. That one little house is kind of a standout. Ooh, that's bright. Traffic is bad. Whew. Stacked up half-mile deep to the light. That's bad news. Why are you stopping back here, buddy? Oh, I see. Mr. Truck wants over. Yeah, I don't want to wait behind that, sorry. Come on, people. That's where these people have got the reaction time is sea sponges. Come on. You can do it. Green, go. No waiting. Nope. You can have one lane. You can't have three. Getting over to the HOV is going to be a trick. No stopping. Keep rolling. I don't want to get sandwiched here. Already had a minivan behind me. Almost clipped the back of me. He was within 6 inches when he changed in behind me. No, thanks. I don't need that. I will evade that and try a different tack. Keep going. Roll. Running out of room to get over in that HOV. I'll find somebody sleeping. It's going to be this guy right here. Sorry, dude. I'm coming over. They see me coming over and they nail the gas just to squat right on my back tire. You're not going anywhere any faster. Ooh, even the HOV is clogged up here. Man, this sucks. I might be doing a little bit of shoulder busting today. Yeah, HOV is full stop. There's got to be some major accident on the highway up ahead, and we've got a bunch of rubbernecking looky-loos instead of minding their lane and their business in front of them and keep on going. Keep driving. No waiting, no bullshit. Just keep fucking going. There's no problem in the HOV. It's just looky-loos staring at whatever's going on out there in the main lanes. That's why we have the HOV. We don't have to deal with that. Stop looking at that. Look there. Mind your business. Ooh, that was a small bike. Oh, speaking of, man, just on my way back to the warehouse, I was riding shotgun so I could play on my phone, and Scooter 444 on my Discord server was involved in a major motorcycle accident this morning. He was on his CB300 headed to work. He's got a 50-mile commute each direction every day, so 100-mile round-trip commute, and he didn't say where in the commute it happened, but he T-boned a deer at high speed. Deer jumped out in front of him and whammo. So he's in the hospital right now. My thoughts and prayers are definitely with him. He said he's been there all day and they haven't even really cleaned him up yet. They're still evaluating him for fluid in his abdomen and potential spinal injuries. So he said he's not completely wrecked and totaled, but he is, he's got some fairly severe injuries, but he hasn't really seen the docs or the nurses. He's just in a holding pattern all day. Come on, man. You're in the ER, they're racking up time and money on you. At least they can be giving you some status updates. It's the one thing I'll say about my wreck a year ago, last October on the Hunter 350 when that guy ran me over. The paramedics, the doctors, everybody was very attentive. They were very quick, very professional, and they were updating me on everything they were doing as they were doing it. So it wasn't where I was left out in the dark or anything like that. They were very professional, very expensive, but very professional. I lost track at how many x-rays they took, like 25 or 30 x-rays. They did a couple of different CAT scans. I think they did an MRI while I was there. I can't remember. They were doing all kinds of stuff on me. And they were telling me every step of the way. And all I could hear was cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Man. I was like, you guys know I don't have insurance, right? I don't have health insurance. And like, oh, this will all be taken care of by, the auto insurance for the at-fault driver. Yeah, right. Bullshit. Still waiting on that. So anyway, my 8 hours that I spent, 8.5, whatever it was, in the ER was $74,000, $76,000, something like that. Well into the $70,000 range just for one day. And that wasn't even follow-up care or any of the other stuff. Crazy. So I can only imagine what 444, there's our accident right there, main lanes. I can only imagine what 444's bills are right now, because I'm sure he was transported like I was, and he's been in the ER all day, and they haven't even worked on him really, so that's concerning. I'm sure his bike is totaled. The bike's going to be replaced. It's bones and skin and future health that are a lot more important. fucking asshole. Doing her fucking hair in the mirror instead of paying attention where she's going. Thought it was shit. People mind your manners. Quit pinching me in. Alright, fine. You gonna go? You go. No. Well, it's sunny, it's cloudy, it's sunny, it's cloudy, it's sunny, it's cloudy. It's real thick clouds too. We noticed that earlier. It's perfectly clear sky when we went into work on our job, and we came out and it looked like this. Like, wait a minute. Did we change days? I mean, there wasn't a single cloud in the sky. Gotta love Houston weather. You like the weather? Wait a minute, it's gonna change. You don't like the weather? Wait a minute, it'll change. Great. Got people blocking the intersection. They knew they couldn't clear it, yet they start into it on a red, sitting in the middle of multiple lanes. Try, people. The guy actually stayed in his lane. Go then. Somebody go. Break it up. I've never been to any of these little businesses right over here across from the school. There's a Planet Smoothie there, and there used to be a donut shop over there too. Never been. There's so many restaurants and fast food places and snack places and all that in Houston. It's just, unless it's something that is convenient for a stop, I don't know how most of them stay in business, you know. So many of them are located in transit areas where you're just hauling ass to get from place to place, and last thing on your mind is stopping on that road, or, you know, getting off the highway to stop right there to get something. Everything here moves so fast. Everyone's so rushed and impatient. Myself included, I'm sure. That's why it's nice to ride smaller bikes and scooters and stuff, is they kind of force you to slow down, take alternate routes, chill out, you know. Hard to chill out when you got cagers trying to run you over, but just a slower pace, you know, helps. No cars parked in the right lane today. That's a first. Driving. It's going to get me run over from behind. You gonna go past me? Nope. Okay, fine, I'm going. I'm using the intersection the correct way, pulling to the far side. Apparently he doesn't know that trick. I'm hungry again. I ate before I left the house, but it wasn't quite enough. Had some leftover beef stew from a couple days ago, but it wasn't my normal huge lunch portion, you know, one meal a day kind of deal. It's only a small bowl and a bolillo roll, toasted bolillo with some butter and garlic salt on the top. Not quite enough to fill me up. Well, they're not done yet. They're still here. I guess I'll turn around and park back on the curb there, like I did earlier. My son's bike is still sitting out there. Okay then. Well, they got most of the roof on. I think now they're just doing finishing touches and cleanup. Find out. Ooh, it's slimy right there. Okay then. Another day done and gone. Ugh. Getting closer, getting closer. Now just a whole bunch of cleanup and mop up, I'm sure.